Yeah, 25 disc set and 8 disc sets. That's 33 episodes. Now, we all know they've been selling them individually, but because I think the show has proven to be very popular, and worthy note, we are at the this year marks 55 years since it ended, and next year, depending on how you look at it, will mark, no, actually not 55, but it actually marks, yeah, 55 years. But next year, if I'm right about this, let me look again. Yeah, next year will mark 65 years since the show began. So next year will be its 60th anniversary. So unless they have a Blu-ray release already for it, maybe even a 4K Blu-ray release, they need to get on that right now. But definitely worth part of having it in your collection for you or your family or anybody. Definitely a good gift. That's why they're bringing them out now, because of the holiday season. So definitely worth getting and putting in your collection. So really interesting. Really interesting to see, and really interesting to have, I should say. In the really, basically, it's just something that overall, folks, you need to get in your collection, whether you grew up on it or depending on the era that you saw it in. So definitely worth getting. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get some of the DVDs down. And let's focus on the Blu-rays. And we'll talk about the one I have in my hands now. It came out yesterday, just in time, of course, for the holidays. You know, a couple years ago, I got basically the first one on DVD. I tried to get the Blu-ray. That's probably going to be out again soon, so I'll probably get that. I can still get it through Amazon, so we'll find. Hopefully that'll happen. But we got the complete series on DVD. So it was only natural that when this came out, that when I saw this, I knew I had to get it as well. And it, like I said, it just came out this week. We're talking about A.D. The Bible Continues. And this is a 4-disc set. It opens like a little booklet there, which is a big difference from the DVD set. And on here, you have special features include Continuing the Bible, Casting A.D., The Past Comes Alive, Touring the Sets, The Fabric of the Time, Recreating the Power of God, which is pretty cool. And it's all 18 episodes scattered throughout, and it's very thick, so it's really nice. And there we have disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, and disc 4. So it's really nice. And again, if you have the Bible on DVD or even Blu-ray, I do recommend getting AD as well. So really cool. It includes Spanish audio, just in case you're wondering. Next up, I also got this for my job. This was just kind of funny. They even have another copy in there now too. So it looks like a lot of these things are coming out. And my job, being in like its second year of existence, even in its first whole year and a half, it didn't have these. Well, it didn't have this one because it wasn't the anniversary edition. But still, they didn't have a lot of the stuff that you would have to get on DVD or something like that. But now they do. And what I'm talking about is here is the 40th anniversary edition of the heavyweight collection of Rocky. That's right. And again, basically what I did is I took this, I hid it. That's right, I hid it. I took this and I hid it behind some magazines. Basically, I took it. We have like a book magazine stand in electronics. So I took it, put it in the back, and it fell. It was like I put it in the back and it fell to the ground. No damage, but I did it because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get it. It's very popular. Now, of course, they have a second copy out there and probably have more as well. But I think because it's such a big deal, it's like, you want to make sure there's enough for everybody. I think they don't want to make the mistake of putting it all out there and then it's all gone within seconds. But here we have the heavyweight collection. Of course, everybody knows that. We have an all-new featurette on here as well. I think you can watch digitally, called Apollo, Legacy of a Legend. This is to help promote, and I'm sure we're going to have the trailer on all of these, the new Rocky spin-off movies, Creed. It's basically, it's still within the same continuity and same, it's still in the same world and continuity as the Rocky movies. It's just like a spin-off. It's now going to be talking about Apollo Creed's son, so it's pretty cool. So again, here we have disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, disc 4, disc 5, and of course the 6th movie. And then gotta put this back in there. And then a part of that, we've got these nice looks like 5x7 index cards. Here we have the Italian Stallion. It's pretty nice. There you go. Yeah. These are actually kind of nice. And I do recommend, if you haven't gotten the collection yet, or if you have got the collection, I do kind of recommend going out and maybe getting it again, at least to get these index cards. Now I know you're thinking, well, we could probably get these anywhere. No, I think these are more exclusive to the anniversary set. So I would recommend going out and getting the anniversary set, and just to get the index cards. And also the fact that you can maybe have an additional copy just in case anything happens. So, pretty nice. What's this? All right, next up, we have a movie that a lot of people kind of are mixed about because some felt it was a betrayal of things, but I thought it was all right. I think what it is just wasn't exactly what they wanted, but hey, what are you going to do? You can't win them all, right? So what we have here is Pixels. And so we have Pixels. And again, I know some people have their difference about the movie, and that's okay, that's fine. You didn't like it, that's fine. I liked it, I enjoyed it. I can't say the same for Jim and the Holograms, which I have not seen, but already based on what people have said, it's a piece of crap. I'm still going to probably end up getting the movie. I mean, Zeren Isaac even said, he said, hey, I may not like what they're doing with Jim, but am I going to get it? Absolutely. Why? Because it's a movie based on a Big Four production, even though, from what some people have commented and told me in the comment section of that video, of my more recent video on it, they have said that, the people in charge of that movie were given a big budget, but they turned it down. Yeah, thinking basically, according to some of the comments that I got, basically the director and the producer thought they were going to make their money back. Yeah, I think they thought wrong. So if they're going to do a sequel, it's like I said in that video, I think they're going to end up probably having to use that sequel as a bit of a soft retcon of what they did in the first movie. I mean, hey, if Care Bears can do it with Care Bears 2, A New Generation back in the mid-'80s, and that's a year after the Care Bears movie, I think Jem can do the same thing. So yeah, here we have just the Blu-ray. Yeah, it's one of those movies that, because of its mixed reaction, and of course some people didn't like it or anything, that, yeah, it only ended up getting just individual releases. I'm sure that at other retailers, like maybe Best Buy or wherever, they probably got a deluxe one with both the DVD and the Blu-ray. Now, the special editions on here are the creator of the machine, the Space Invader, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Centipede, Galaga. It also includes Qbert, Dojo Quest, Game On music video by Waka Flocka Flame featuring Good Charlotte. And it has an app that you can play along with as well. So, Pixels. The next up, we have, this is a movie that I didn't know was on Blu-ray. And when I found out, I thought, oh, well, it's distributed by another video distributor, so it may not be regional free, right? I was wrong. It is region free, but it is playable. And you would think the company that distributed the movie in theaters would be the company that would distribute it on home video and Blu-ray. I mean, they did it with the DVD releases and the VHS release, but not the Blu-ray. That's kind of hard to believe. But the movie I'm talking about was distributed by Twilight Time, I guess through a partnership with Sony. And we're talking about La Bamba. That's right, La Bamba on Blu-ray, which is pretty cool. And of course you have this little booklet that comes with it. It's got some nice pictures and stuff, so. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and get it off Amazon, maybe even get it off Twilight Time's website. You'll like it. Definitely good to have. Then next up is a movie that my mom told me to get. When we saw it in theaters, she liked it, I liked it, and she said, when it comes out to Blu-ray, Brian, you get this movie. Well, we all know that in recent years there's been different editions released at the same time. We know that there's an individual DVD, individual Blu-ray 3D. We know there's codes for digital HD. We know there's Blu-ray DVD combos, Blu-ray digital HD combos, DVD digital HD. And there's also the bigger collections, what are known as the Ultimate Collections or the Master Collections, or in this case the Ultimate Collections, where you get a Blu-ray 3D, a DVD, and a digital HD, but you get two Blu-rays, a Blu-ray 3D, and a DVD, and a digital HD. And you also get a special little lithograph maybe that help it stand out. And of course I'm talking about Disney's and Pixar's Inside Out. And so this is Inside Out. You can see it's got the little lithograph right there. It's pretty nice. I do recommend that if you have a Blu-ray 3D player or something like that, or if you just want, basically I'll recommend this. If you ever plan to get the Blu-ray 3D, I do recommend this. Just get this for the fact that if you ever do get a 3D player, at least you have a 3D version as well. And of course it's got a nice little slip cover, really shiny, of course, in the background. This is the set. Got the digital code right here. And right off the bat we have the Blu-ray 3D, an additional Blu-ray with bonus features including the theatrical short Lava and the new Inside Out short Riley's First Date, as well as the bonus features. And then of course we have the DVD. Now I know that as we get closer to the holidays, Disney's probably going to end up releasing another DVD Blu-ray release of this, but as a gift set. Now what we have on here, besides the two shorts, we have the story of the story, inside look at how the story was made. Let's see, we have Paths to Pixar, the Women of Inside Out, Mixed Emotions. It says follow the filmmakers as they personify the emotions, Mapping the Mind, our dads, the filmmakers. Into the Unknown, The Sound of Inside Out, The Misunderstood Art of Animation Film Editing. It's really cool. So there's that. Trying to get my dog over here. I don't know why she wants to go to the outside a lot. I mean, I understand dogs like being outside, but it's like, I think she's doing this because, like I said earlier, I don't have her other dog food, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this Inside Out, I definitely recommend getting this version, even if you don't have a 3D player. The next up, just in time for Christmas, I had to basically hide this one just like I did with Rocky, but the only difference was I hid this in the same display area as the other DVDs and Blu-rays were. So I had to hide these behind a bunch of, it looked like 10 copies of the same DVD movie, because I had this in my Amazon queue, but it would say it's not available. Well, it was available at my job, nicely embossed and everything on both sides with the slipcover. We've got the Peanuts Deluxe Holiday Collection Remastered Classics. These are basically all 3 original holiday specials remastered. Not uncut, unfortunately, so it's not like you could see them when they originally first broadcast, but they are remastered. And there's the Blu-ray. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking, well, how can that be? How can, specials like this be put on Blu-ray? Well, let me explain something. You see, some specials were done strictly by film. And that's what these were. These were drawn on film. They weren't, they were drawn for film. Film was actually used to make this. Not broadcast master tape or anything, but actual film. So that's why these are able to be released. True, throughout the generations that it's been on, has it been transferred and everything over to broadcast master tape? Absolutely. Was it to preserve it? Absolutely. Same way it was transferred over to DVD when DVD came around, to basically preserve it, just like it's been transferred over to Blu-ray, to preserve it, to make it look a little better. So there it is. And I do recommend watching the special feature on the Charlie Brown Christmas one of how they got the special up and running. It's really, really interesting. So there you go, right there. And then last but not least, this was also put out there. And what's funny is this one and the Charlie Brown one were the only copies I saw on Blu-ray at my job. So it's like God said, hey, go ahead and get them. And that's what I've done. So this next one, of course, is the 50th anniversary edition. And we have the original animated special, Dr. Seuss, and how Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And yes, I do have the live action film as well on Blu-ray, as you probably saw. And now I have the original animated special, nicely embossed. You can kind of hear that, real shiny. And again, just like with Charlie Brown, this was made on film. This wasn't, wasn't drawn and created and put on broadcast master tape. This was done, well, okay. Let me rephrase what I said there. These were put on film, and just like, let's say, with Transformers, when it was put on 35mm film, in time they were transferred to broadcast master tapes to help make it look better and preserve it. So that's exactly what happened, in my opinion. I mean, honestly, I don't really know much, but that's just what I see. So there you have Dr. Seuss, The Grinch Stole Christmas on Blu-ray. And I do recommend getting the Blu-ray editions because even though you might have it squared out a little bit, boxed in, it does look good. That is not a lie. So, yeah, that basically does it for my DVD and Blu-ray updates for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down below. Comment if you like. And I am out.